Aaron, how you doing?
Hey Dave, good.
Good.
How are you? Good
How's
to see you.
it going? Nice seeing you. You got all set up here, and you
Yep.
have a nice little room here, but you have these beautiful fiber optic cases, and I do see some very interesting things here. We see beautiful gold, and this is a gorgeous gold. Can you get that out?
Sure.
Yeah, if you
Sure.
can take that out, we'll start with that. Just to give an idea.
Get it in the light here.
Yeah, that's magnificent. It's all flattened crystals and probably spinel twins in there, and octahedrons, and there's a little bit of druzy, well, not druzy, but quartz crystals at the base, near the center lower base. And the brightness of that, it's brighter than your average. A lot of this material that's come out doesn't have the luster, but that is really a very pretty piece.
Yeah, this piece is all about the luster and the crystallization,
Yes, yeah.
as well as the multiple quartz points in the quartz matrix. It really makes it something special.
Yeah.
And also the museum history. This was actually a part of the Philadelphia Academy Museum collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was on display in the museum since the 1920s.
Oh, so it's an old specimen.
Yeah, it was mined around the turn of the century. They don't know the exact year that it was mined, but it was around 1900.
So this isn't the current Eagle's Nest mine type of gold.
No, this is actually from the Di Maria and Garb mine, which predates the consolidated claims, which is known as Eagle's Nest mine today.
Very good. Yeah, I like that. Caught my eye. What really caught my eye also is this close to a foot, I would guess. The stylitic malachite. Then it's got primary crystallized druzy malachite crystals over the surface. But the combination of coloration of this bat, I call it a bat, nickname, it's a gorgeous thing. It's very aesthetic. Can you take that out? I'd like to see that close. Okay, can you tell us a little about this? Because this one is very unusual. I've seen a lot of these, just bats, over the years, that is. But this is really something special. When did this come out?
This came out about 2 years ago.
I see.
And it is a stalactite, so it obviously hangs from the ceiling of a cave.
Exactly.
And there was 3 pieces found. This is the most pristine out of the 3.
I see.
The mixture of the chrysocolla with the druzy malachite really makes it for an unbelievable stalactite formation. The color explains itself, and the luster of the druzy crystallization of the malachite.
Exactly. And you have this change, even though this might be, what, iron oxide staining, this yellow.
Yeah.
And what makes it nice, this whole thing, is just a whole variety of color and patterns.
A lot of it due to the copper.
Yeah, the copper. It's very interesting, the shape of this. Once again, you never know what shows up in Tucson, what's hot in Tucson. This is something different. You know, as I say, I've seen a lot of these stylitic bats, but usually they just come up and that's it.
Yeah.
And then with this, with the combination of the minerals that you mentioned, it made it a very aesthetic piece. I really like that. Now, what you have here is 3 Paraibas, and I want to ask you a question, then you can give me all the feedback on it. It's my understanding, in order for them to have, and they call Paraiba, and they say it's basically the same chemical composition, or is that a misnomer? I know one thing. I was told that they're heat treated in order to bring out the color. Is there truth to that?
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. They were originally found in Brazil, in Paraiba State, at the Batalha mine.
Right.
You know, and then it moved to Nigeria, and they mined it there for a little while, which heat treated the majority of those. And then now they had that recent discovery in Mozambique. And yeah, they do heat treat a lot of them to bring it that Windex blue, quote unquote, is what they call it. Lots of terms, trade names for it. So yeah, a lot of those are heat treated. Even a lot of the Brazilians were heat treated.
I see.
And the Nigerians, a lot of those are heat treated. But to get ones that are not heat treated 100% with the gem quality is beyond rare, and these 3 pieces are not heat treated.
Can the Gemological Institute determine a heat treated one opposed to a natural color?
Very, very rarely, with certain type of inclusion detection. I actually went to the Gemological Institute of America, and I have my graduate gemologist degree.
Okay.
And I've actually graded these stones myself. Had many professors look at them with me, and we came to the conclusion that they were indeed not heat treated due to 2-phase inclusions, which are visible in all 3 of these, which doesn't always necessarily mean it's not heat treated. It's very possible that it could have been heated at a very low temperature, very slowly, but there's lots of other inclusions, intact crystals, like too many things pointing in the direction that it's not heat treated.
The value of those that, well, it could be heat treated, maybe it isn't heat treated, does it make a difference?
Yes, it makes a huge difference.
Okay.
If you can prove beyond a doubt that it is not heat treated,
Okay.
then it's money in the
Way up
bank.
in value.
It's beyond investment.
It's like
means,
a fine ruby that's been no heat. They do go
Exactly.
up, and not as much as Paraiba, that sounds
Exactly.
like.
Well, actually, the finest rubies in natural, large, unheated is actually like the world record setting stone for a colored faceted stone per carat, which is a ruby. But Paraiba tourmaline is slowly making its way up.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
If it's original Brazilian from the Batalha mine, and these actually came to me from the mine owner's daughter's personal collection, Heitor's daughter. Yeah, Heitor is the mine owner of the Batalha mine in Paraiba State, who started it all and found this wonderful discovery. And she had these pieces since about 1989 or 1990, and she was willing to let go of these 3, and they're just amazing part of nature.
There's a tray of stones. Can you explain what this represents here?
These are the fairly new find of the Cuprian tourmaline, or copper-bearing tourmaline, from Mozambique, which is a big debate in the trade right now, with people kind of wondering if they should call them Paraiba tourmaline, because they are copper-bearing tourmaline, just like the original deposit.
And that's what separates the Paraiba, because it has copper in it?
Yeah, the chromophore agent, which is the coloring agent in the tourmaline, is copper, which that had never happened before in the history of tourmaline. And these are all in their natural colors.
I see.
These are not heat treated.
That burrow right there looks artificial. It's a morganite. It's most of a crystal, but the front end of it, the hexagonal form of it, is just so perfect. And that's all natural face? That isn't faced off?
No, that's 100% natural.
Yeah, I thought it was without handling. Yeah, it's a hexagonal shape to it. It's so perfect in the front. Appreciate it. You did a good job.
Well, thank you very much,
very
Dave.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, it's really fascinating.